Last week, I briefly mentioned that I like to read through the story of Jesus every December. You can actually find the story in Matthew and in Luke. And this week, we're going to be focusing on Matthew, the first chapter. And when you look at this right away in the first 17 verses, you see the genealogy of Jesus. And it starts off something like this. Abraham was the father of Isaac, and Isaac the father of Jacob, and Jacob the father of Judah and his brothers, and Judah the father of Perez. And it goes on like this for 17 verses. I honestly didn't understand why this was even in there, except for just to track the lineage and the history of how Jesus was born. And so quickly, and every year, I would skip over those first 17 verses because I honestly didn't think there was much that I could gain from that. Well, after about 2 or 3 years of reading through his story every December, I kind of felt like I needed to pay attention to these 17 verses. They're in the Bible. Everything that's in the Bible is truth and can be used in our lives. So I was like, okay, God, I'm going to give this a shot. Not expecting God to actually show me anything, but he did. So the first thing that he really just made come alive to me was the fact that we are all used in his story. You know, there is just a person after person after person that is mentioned in these 17 verses. And each person had a part to play in history. And each person, that part that they played led to the next part. And if that person wouldn't have done their part, then the next person couldn't have done their part. And we all come together to create this amazing story, life story, family story that God can use for his glory. And it encouraged me that I may not even see what I'm doing in this lifetime. The fruit of my labor may not even be shown during this time that I'm alive, but it's growing something, and it's contributing to something, and it's glorifying God. We are all born because God wants to use us. He creates us wanting for us to glorify him and to be used in his kingdom. And so I just want to encourage you that Jesus's birth is something that we can gain strength from. These first 17 verses is something that we can gain strength in because we all have a part to play in God's kingdom and for God receiving glory. Merry Christmas, you guys. Go do your part and enjoy your day.